Let's raid. Let's rickety, 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 kitty raid. Here we go again with another round of this experiment that I've been doing. This raiding, this visiting other tabletop role-playing game content creators in the YouTube sphere and trying to give them a little love. And hopefully they will return that love to me and send some subscribers my way. So yeah, it's an experiment. I started it a couple Saturdays ago. We'll see how it goes. As you know, I got this idea from listening to VTubers. And I like the idea. I like the idea that a more popular VTuber will find another Twitter or Twitch content creator who's maybe not got as many subs or as not much recognition and tell all their followers, hey, let's go over and check out this person's channel. And, maybe of those 100 people, 5 subscribe. And that V2 that content creator gets a little bit more support. I just saw Iron Mouse do it for a small-time VTuber content creator called Lady Lala. So yeah, she doubled Lady Lala's subscriber count and support in like 10 minutes. So it's a good thing. So that's what I want to do. I want to go to other tabletop role-playing game creator sites, talk about it for 2 minutes, or, and then hopefully maybe send some support their way, and maybe in return they'll send some support my way. And right up number 1, you see we got our old friend Ed, the only person who has let me interview them in a long time. Ed of Shades of Vengeance, Ed, the creator of the Era role-playing system. I've interviewed Ed now 4 times, and we're doing another one I think on Monday, if we can arrange our schedules, where we're going to talk about Ed's latest tabletop role-playing game, which is Era Kaiju, because it's not a lot of role-playing games where you play a kaiju, and Ed wants it to be a group effort kaiju. So you're not playing Godzilla level kaijus, you're playing the other kaijus, the beta kaijus, the smaller kaijus, the kaijus who you don't get to see as much in the movies, the Monarch TV show kaijus, the ones that cost less money to make. And he's got to explore the idea of how do kaijus work together and go on adventures, as well as deal with these larger kaiju, these alpha kaiju, and of course then also deal with humanity who's constantly trying to kill them. So I'm not sure. I mean, are there a lot of role-playing games that do kaiju? I think there's one other. So anyways, Ed's got a channel here. It's called Shades of Vengeance, where they talk about his product and all the product coming from Shades of Vengeance. They've only got 190 subscribers. So check them out. Help these guys get a little bit more love. I've kickstarted pretty much every game Ed has interviewed me about, and I haven't been disappointed. I've never got a chance to run them, and I'll probably never get a chance to run them unless I go to England and hang out with Ed. If you're listening, Ed, and you want to support me and buy me a ticket to come work for you. So yeah, there you go. Check out Ed. The links, as always, down below. All right, next up, we've got our good friend, Hungar the Starvarian. I don't know if we've visited Hungar's site before. Hungar posts almost daily. He does these surprise streams where he just invites random people on. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of health issues. He's been in the hospital on and off for a long time. You could always see him on DM James's channel and other channels. He's only got like 1.19 subs. So, let's send him some love. Let's send him some support. Let's help him with his medical bills. Maybe he'll send some of those 1.19 subs for me. He seems to be a generally cool dude, laid back, and always there. He's always on visiting my site and saying hi, taking time out of his day. And he's one of, the elder statesmen of smaller gamings like myself. Plus, who doesn't love his name, Hungar the Starvarian? So links down below as always. So check him out, help him hit a couple, 2,000 subs. Maybe he'll send some of those 1.19K subs our ways. But here's another small YouTuber who publishes stuff on a daily basis, despite dealing with, multiple health issues. He's brought, you often see him in the hospital. So there's obviously something going on. So yeah, we love this guy. All right. Another one we got is Jeff's Gamebox. Jeff Gamebox, who just started this a few days ago. He has been a regular supporter of my channel quite recently and is constantly sending me links through Twitter. So here's another guy who's really got his fingers on the pulse. He often finds things that I've missed, but he's cool enough to go, hey, I'm sending you this story if you want to cover it, instead of going, ha ha ha, OGGM, I beat you. So yeah, and our conversations have always been cool. He pretty much loves the game. He's very professional, very outgoing. He doesn't have to talk to me about this stuff. He certainly doesn't have to send me links when he could use these to boost his own channel. He's only got 15 subs. I think we can help Jeff Gamesbox reach 100, guys. So 10 of you go over to Jeff Gamesbox and subscribe, check out his content. And I mentioned him a lot recently because, like I said, he's been sending me a lot of links and he's asked me a lot of questions, which I like. I like people to ask me questions because then it forces me to go outside my comfort zone and actually research shit. So like the question about the fate of the DMs Guild once D&D 2024 goes live, that was one of the questions he had asked me, if I knew anything about it or what my thoughts are. And at the time I was like, God, I don't know. I've been speculating. So I actually, reached out to people in the Adventurers League, which we're still trying to follow up on. And I actually reached out to DMs Guild. Not that they have responded yet. So yeah, he's got a really good insight, and he could do, let's go raid Jeff Gamesbox. Give him a little love. Next one is Rivers RPG channel. This guy has regularly been commenting on my content for quite a while now. And I've been promising him every week we would go to his channel and check it out. So finally we are. He has 297 subscribers. Let's help this guy out. Oh, look, I'm not even subbed. I'm horrible. There you go, buddy. I just subbed to your channel. He published, it looks like he's doing stuff pretty regularly. He's got different kinds of gaming ideas. Here's one from like as soon as 13 hours ago, and he's got this Lazy Susan where he's using to show off the figures. That's cool. He looks like he does figures reviews, games reviews, product reviews. A few comments about Wizards of the Coast. It's very hard to find anybody who's pro Wizards of the Coast lately, other than, of course, our old friend Scott. Someday I should probably revisit the nightmare that is Scott, but not today. So this guy's got 298 subs. Let's help him reach 1,000. He's constantly commenting. His questions are usually pretty decent, not biased. He doesn't seem to have a lot of anger in him like a lot of the other content creators, despite the fact he's obviously an older gentleman like myself and obviously has some very opinionated opinions about the state of Wizards of the Coast, like this WOTC does the unthinkable. But I think most of us in the community are pretty just flabbergasted with Wizards of the Coast. And he's, constantly reaching out to me and constantly asking questions, constantly commenting. So let's help him reach 500 subs. Let's help him reach 1,000. And maybe in return, he sends, 298 subs our way and helps us reach our 200 goal. It can't hurt. And the guys, look, he's pretty professional. He's probably looks like he's more professional than I am. So there's that. And then we've got the Dungeon Delver. I can't remember if we visited the Dungeon Delver already, so we're going to visit him again. He is constantly commenting, constantly making product. He's got product that he's made. He's got interviews. He's got a lot of stuff going on his channel. He's got 5.44K subscribers. So, hey, let's get him up to 5.5. Maybe he sends some of those 5.44K subscribers our way. He's got interviews. He's got playthroughs. He's got commentaries. He's got insight. He's very professional. Look at this layout, editing and screen within screen. This guy could, has definitely mastered the martial arts of YouTube, SteamYard. Well, I'm still can't figure this shit out. And every time I try to use an editing software, it breaks my computer. So yeah, I can't remember. Have we visited him before? We might have. I don't know. He's always got good stuff to say. He's always very insightful. He's always very passionate. Highly recommend checking him out if you want, another take. And he's an old, he's got some. He's been around for a while. He knows some Greyhawk. He knows some Gygaxian lore. I think he even had an interview with Gygax. Was that him? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, he's definitely an elder statesman. of the hobby and has been around for a while. So check him out. Definitely check him out. And maybe, in return, hey, some of those 5,000 subs comes our way and help us reach our 2,000 sub goal. And finally, of course, we can't do this without acknowledging where I got the idea from. So every week I want to, point out one of the VTubers. This is Matara-Khan. She is a former something Hollywood. She's definitely been in the industry. She mentions her previous job frequently. She lives in Canada. She's been VTubing for a while now, probably since before around the COVID. And then she has retired from the Hollywood bump and grind to do this because it's more relaxing, and she wants to support her parents. And, she's making a name for herself, and she's really cool. She's, one of the few VTubers I'd like to actually meet in real life, because she seems really cool, real down to earth, and she plays Warhammer as well as, video games, and she isn't, limited to one. Now, she does, of course, have very large bobas, or at least her VTuber persona has very large bobas, and people often comment on that. And, at least the whole VTubers are just all about selling sex, but I don't think so. I really like listening to her stuff, and she seems really smart and really funny and really insightful. And of course, since I got this idea from Vsojo, listening to Iron Mouse and listening to Vsojo at night, this is my ASMR. I either listen to travel videos or I listen to just the Vsojers talking, like 3 hours of them playing Minecraft, and I'm asleep in like 10 minutes. And they make me laugh. She makes me laugh. So that's pretty cool too. So yeah, since I stole the idea from VTubers, Vsojo, I figure I gotta give at least a shout out to them every week. So thanks for the idea, Iron Mouse, and thanks for the idea of the raid, Matara-Khan. Maybe you'll raid me someday. I don't know. She's got 1,503K subs. Send 10 of those my way. Matara-Khan, love you. Appreciate you. Appreciate everything you guys do. Huge fan of most of the VTubers. Not all of them. Some of them are just, e-girls, but a lot of them are just people, and they've all got stories. And I'm blabbing now because it's early and my head hurts. So there you go. Once again, we have done a raid, because I don't know what else to call this. But once again, we have visited a handful of tabletop role-playing game creators on the YouTube, given a little shine to them, pointed it a little out. Maybe, you discover a new channel you never knew about, and you go over there and you're like, hey, I really like what this person has to say. And you subscribe to them, and then you say, hey, you should check out the OGGM because he led me to your channel. And maybe one of those people comes over here and they subscribe, and then they say, hey, OGGM, you should check out this channel. And I go over to that channel and I go, hey, I really like, and it's just, there needs to be more YouTube content creator support. I mean, say what you will about the Twitch streamers and the e-girls and the Vsojos and all those other people, but they support each other and they want each other to be successful. They, Iron Mouse doesn't have to send her millions of viewers over to some VTuber who's got like 20 and tell people to support them, but she does. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Plus, I basically, want you guys to come and support me as well. But yeah, let's bring more attention to the community. Let's get the community to work together again, I guess is what I'm hoping for. I don't know. I'm blabbing. I'll talk to you later. Take care. See ya.